I've seen many discussions about what is the best Pokemon game ever. Some people say Pokemon Black and White is the best because it tried to be different. Some people say Johto games are the best because you can go to Kanto and fight Red. Some people say Sinnoh games are the best and so on. But in my opinion, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorer of Time, Darkness, and Sky is the best Pokemon game ever. I've never heard about Mystery Dungeon series until I saw someone mention it, and I decided to try it. This game did not disappoint at all. This game has the most engaging story out of all Pokemon games, interesting and well-made characters, and a big and colorful world. So, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is basically a roguelike game. Roguelike game is a turn-based dungeon crawler game where you have to fight your way through levels of a dungeon, picking up items and defeating enemies along the way. This genre is different from the usual Pokemon format, but that doesn't make it uh, the game itself bad. Some people say the gameplay of mystery dungeon games are repetitive, but in my opinion, main Pokemon games are more repetitive. Movements and attack feels faster than main Pokemon games. And plus, you can sprint by holding the B button. A lot of moves in mystery dungeon games are actually different. They behave differently from their main game counterpart. Things like strength, rock smash, return, frustrations, and so many more are different. Return actually requires IQ instead of friendship, since there is no friendship in this game. You also have a normal attack. Aside from moves, you have this instead of struggle. And unlike struggle, it seems like there are no penalties from using it. When you move, your health actually regenerates, which is awesome, since you don't need healing unless if you are fighting many wild Pokemon back to back and no time for healing. You also have IQ skill, which is basically a bunch of useful passive skills, which is neat. You can also throw item in this game, which is different from fling. You can throw rocks, thorns, seeds, and anything at your enemies. And every throwing items has different power, different effects. So basically the story is you, the player, a human turned into a Pokemon, stranded on an island, found by your partner. You went to the guild together to get a job. The guild became your life. You go explore and so on until you have to face the planet paralysis. One thing that amazed me with the story is how well they handle the characters. It is one of the many stuff that makes the guild, Treasure Town, or the entire game colorful. Everyone is interesting. Your partner, I love the way your partner developed. He started as a shy Pokemon, Because of you, he became more and more stronger, physically and mentally. He gained courage, conviction, and strength. Your partner is willing to go past that swift waterfall, the dangerous quicksand, fighting a freaking Groudon, fighting dangerous enemies and outlaws. He went through so many obstacles and problems, which contribute to his development. The guild makes me want to go there. Everyone is so friendly and kind. Bidoof is caring and happy to see you in the guild. Sunflora gave you some awesome tips. She is sweet. Corpish is friendly. Croagunk is sus. Loudred is funny and disciplined Pokemon. He never neglect his duty. Wigglytuff is strong and brave, able to handle any situation. Chatot is a resolute leader, even if it was knowing that he didn't listen to you with the Apple incident, is actually kind. It's also quite a Sundara as well. Even in Treasure Town, the characters are so interesting. I like talking to them, it's fun. As you progress through your story, all shopkeepers and town folks will have something to say about the latest event, whether they're concerned about the time gear, thanking you for saving someone, talking about the big expedition, and so on. Occasionally, you will see other teams roaming around the guild and the town as well. They have interesting things to say. Even some of them will give you tips about endgame content. And also you can see a Spinda jerking off against a rock. Yeah. And now Team Skull. It's interesting that this game has a team named Team Skull. This is way before Pokemon Sun and Moon. Team Skull causes so many trouble for you, especially that perfect apple incident. They frame you and you didn't get to eat for the night. But it is heartwarming when you save them and skunk. In Explorer of the Sky, there are some changes and additional content, like the Spinda Cafe. Yeah, it turns out he was not jerking off. He was just looking for the exact spot to open his cafe. There are two shops in Spinda Cafe. The right shop is a place where you can exchange a prize ticket for a random prize. You can get the prize tickets by recycling your items. This means you can exchange those unused escape orbs and oran berries that you get from the Marowak dojo. If you keep recycling, you will unlock Project P. Project P allow you to unlock a new location. The left shop is a place where you can drink to increase your stats. Normally, you can only increase your stats here by using gummies. Sometimes, when you drink, you can also get egg from someone. Sometimes, someone want to join your team, and you can even unlock a new location which is awesome. I love the amount of attention the developer of this game gives. Even a small additional content like Spina Cafe is actually bigger than it looks. There are shops, prices, there are people here sitting there while enjoying drinks. How many Pokemon there occasionally changes, which make it feel alive. This feel like a DLC. Even a DLC sometimes does not have that much love. I love the final moment of us, the player, as we leave our partner alone. We cease to exist. This was for the first time I saw where the main protagonist actually died. Also, perhaps the first Pokemon game I see where we died. Also, this is the only Pokemon game that managed to make me cry, and the combinations of the scene where our partner stumbled and cried, and the music which elevates the tension of the moment, and the build up before this is also amazing. I was already happy with the conclusion of the game, but wonder how the post game look like since we are already dead. But then it turns out that Dialga revived you and you were able to meet your partner again. It was such a sweet moment, a cherry on the top. I love the primal Dialga battle as well. There is something about that fight that makes everything happen before that so precious and emotional. The combination of the music, atmosphere, the dark sky, and also the incoming planet paralysis is a perfect combination to elevate the final moment. And the primal Dialga fight is quite difficult as well, especially for those who didn't know what he was capable of, including myself. He can deal 100 damage to you and your partner. He has an annoying intimidator IQ skill. I love his design. I wish they used this translation mistake as an actual primary version for Dialga instead of abandoning this design and the primary version itself. I love Grofile as well. I could not say anything when the first time played this game, since knowing that you were already going to disappear was sad. There's also another moment that I love from this game, and that is when we were captured by Dusk Noir. Damn, he's not joking around. He actually want to kill you. Seeing those Sableyes attack you with their fury swipes was the most visceral scene in Pokemon games. I also love how Grofile and you solve this problem. Quite simple. After they slashed the ropes, you tag them, use luminous orb to blind them, and use dig to hide. I love that. I wish main Pokemon game has something similar to that. I recommend this game for anyone. I recommend playing Explorer of the Sky because it has more stuff than Time and Darkness, like special episodes, Spina Cafe. Special episodes will show you the story of Bidoof, Sunflora, and others, which adds more on top of the main story.